All right, first and foremost, all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wawakakwadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also, and the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. I want to speak on the chariots and also how, there's various names, but the name in particular that I want to focus on in terms of nicknames are clouds. They're known as clouds. When you think of a chariot as a earthly person, you might think of a horse or a couple of horses or whatnot pulling a wooden wagon. That's not what the scriptures are referred to when it goes into certain scriptures. Now, this is Psalms 104:3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? So he lays his beams, being what? Those tractor beams, in the waters. We are the water. There's going to come a time where the Lord is going to deliver his elect out of wherever captivity, whatever location they may be located. Okay, if they are of the elect, they can be on freaking Jupiter. The Lord is going to come and deliver them. And of course, I'm being dramatic. All right? All the elect are going to be delivered. Who layeth the beams of his chambers. So, in the scriptures, the chariots are also known as chambers or parlors. Once we get delivered into a chariot, it's going to be like a nice fancy parlor on the inside with a sea of glass or a sapphire floor. Sapphire floors, man. Which is what the scriptures is talking about with our deliverance, the fire mingled with glass, because we're going to be lucking through the floor of the chariots, which are going to be sapphire blue floors. And I've explained this. I've gone into this on more than one occasion. I've spoken about it some years back. Maybe 6-7 years ago I went into it. I went into it, partially recently as well. All right? But the elect are going to be beamed up into the chambers, and the waters represent us, who maketh the clouds his chariot. So the clouds, he maketh his chariot. When you see clouds, where are they located? Are they located in front of you? Are they located behind you? Are they located under you? You would know they're located above you. So in the same essence, in the same expression, these chariots are above you, showing you it's not speaking of a horse pulling a wagon. Okay? Who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Horses don't walk on wind. Horses don't fly. What vehicles fly today? You got airplanes, you got helicopters, right? You got drones. You have different things that fly today. These things did not exist back then. Okay? This is speaking of what the world will call today UFOs. All right? Who walketh upon the wings of the wind, showing you that they fly. So when Yahweh Shai returns with the host of angels, they are going to appear above us, the same way you would see the clouds. And they also cloak themselves as clouds so they can blend in. Okay? You might be looking in the sky and you might see a cloud shaped like a so-called spaceship. And it might actually be what the scriptures call clouds or chariots. It might actually be a so-called spaceship, which wouldn't be a bad name for it because it could actually fly in outer space. All right? Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire, showing you our spirit within us is pure fire, pure energy. And the angels, the angelic beings, they're pure fire. For example, going back to Moses and the burning bush, all right? The angels are a consuming fire. So is the spirit within us. Now, let's hold that and go to, let me see, Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near, and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. So somebody will read that and think, see, this is going to be a day where it's going to be stormy. There's going to be thick clouds in the sky, and they're thinking literal clouds. But what they're not understanding, the clouds that it's referencing are what's known as spaceships. The Lord is going to appear in a spaceship, a great big so-called spaceship, which is going to appear above you like a cloud. Like the clouds appear above you. On a cloudy day, it's like the clouds cover the whole sky. That's how it's going to be on the day of the Lord. It's going to be a cloudy day. Those chariots are going to cover the sky, right along with thermonuclear missiles being sent over here. Okay? Which makes me think the chariots would have to be elevated at such a level that them chariots can still drop. But at the end of the day, they're going to be flawless. They're not going to have to worry about being penetrated or blown up or anything by some missile. It's going to be a flawless fight. All right? The righteous are going to overcome the wicked perfectly on that day. As what they will say, a war in the heavens, a war in the outer space, in the outer realm. So it's going to be a cloudy time. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 13. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. So he's coming with great destruction. His horses don't fly. All right. Going back to Psalms 104 and 3, horses don't fly. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. And how are eagles in their lifestyle? They fly and they exalt themselves very high, which also makes me believe they're going to be exalted at such a level that when those missiles get shot off, they're not going to be at the same elevation as the chariots. But who knows? At the end of the day, the chariots aren't going to be damaged by missiles. All right? Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. So the day of the Lord is coming soon. And it's going to be a day where the sky gets covered in what's known as spaceships, and what the world will call an alien invasion. They're going to be zapping people with thunderbolts, and they're going to be laying down tractor beam, so to speak, for the elect, while others are getting destroyed. And that might sound like a sci-fi film, but it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we're in a movie anyway. Our life is a movie. Okay? Let's go to Psalms. Chapter 90 and verse 8. Verse 8. Thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy countenance. So even things that we don't remember, things that we might have felt nobody else seen, okay, the Lord sees all, and he remembers everything. That's why it's important that we believe on Yahweh Shai. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. So our life is just a movie. So bringing up these chariots, we speak in such a way that the common person might think we're talking like it's a sci-fi movie. We're just guys who just watch movies and, you know, we've lost our mind. We're just nerds or whatnot, not even understanding this is what the Lord had actually set up from the beginning to happen. And it's going to happen. And it's going to happen sooner than what most people know. I have to talk a little softer because I'm at my job now. All right? Let's go to... time's running short. Let's go to Matthew's 24 and 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, because people are going to be terrified when Yahweh Shai returns. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. That's how Yahweh Shai is going to return. Acts chapter 1 and verse 9. And when they had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. So Yahweh Shai, when he left, when he was amongst some of the 12, when he had left, he was taken up in a cloud, and he's going to return the same way that he left. So be looking forward to these things. These aren't just, you know, imaginations of our own mind. This is prophecy. Okay, and we're getting closer and closer to that day. So all praises unto Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wa Rakakwadash. Shalom.